The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the assumptions, views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host and guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. In addition, all copyrighted material is used without permission and will be removed with notification from the rightful owners or their agent. So there.
You found Just Killing Time on Radio TFI.
Join the conversation. You can reach the guys at 754-800-CHAT. 754-800-2428. On social media, search for Radio TFI USA. From a payphone, call collect.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
My fellow Americans, our long national nightmare is over.
Well, either that or it's just beginning. One or the other here. Hey, welcome aboard here, folks.
Well, I don't know who's can hear what. We're having massive. There we go. I hear him now. John Shannon may be there. We can't hear him. I know my voice is going out over the air. All right. John, if you can talk, now would be the time. Welcome to Better Late Than Never.
I'm talking. Bill, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Ed, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
You have a hell of a delay on your end. All right.
Well.
Anyways, welcome aboard. I got this, Ed. Welcome aboard. It is Sunday, February 11th, 2014. You're listening to Just Killing Time here on Radio TFI and on the Radio TFI streaming network from the Ohio Valley Command Center in Columbus, Ohio. I'm John Shannon. And in the welcome to the land of audio difficulties here at the Radio TFI at the Radio TFI Executive Tower, high above Queens, New York, it is the one and only Ed Van Ness. Good morning, sir.
Well, good morning, kids and kittens. If anybody can hear me, I don't believe we're broadcasting anywhere, but I'm certainly going to try to rectify that. And there we go. Now we're broadcasting out to the kids and kittens in Radio Land, I believe. Well, we were there for about a second. Anyway, good morning, everybody. If y'all can hear me, it's a wonderful day. It's hashtag Big Time Professional Radio Day here at the station. I'm looking at oil portraits of Bill and John, so I'm guessing this is all on my end. I don't know if any of this is broadcasting out. Maybe if one of my guys could look and see if the video is going out, like on the Twitter or YouTube, because everything is coming off of mine. I want this to go well, but I don't see it happening right now. I get nothing. All right, so go ahead. Somebody's
all
trying
right.
to talk.
First off, we are. I don't know. We are broadcasting on the streaming network, on the Radio TFI streaming network. I don't know about on RadioTFI.com. I could probably get somebody to check that real quick, but anyways, we're here.
All right, John. I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to do an abbreviated version of the show today. We're going to take a minute here. We're going to shut things down. We'll be back at 10:30, kids and kittens, on the East Coast. We're going to get all this technical nonsense squared away because I can't see or hear anybody. So, John, can you hear me saying that?
I heard you.
All right. So we'll be back in about 20 minutes. We're going to get everything squared away, and then we got a show for you. We got less. We're going to pack
You know
it
what?
all.
Time out. Time out. Once I end the streaming, I can't redo it for the day. So let's just trudge through this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When I end the streaming through the streaming network, that's it. That's not available for.
Say hallelujah, say amen. Bill, sit up, do something, make a move. Well, I can see John moving, so that's something. Bill, see, I never know with Bill if he's just messing around or if he's frozen. So I got John back. So I had John back. Anyway, all right, fine.
All right. So let's just trudge through this. It will.
Okay. Good morning.
All right. Anyways, welcome to Just Killing Time. We're here. We're struggling through this. I think the gremlins have they're having an attack of gremlins in New York City or somewhere or whatnot. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. I know that for the most part we're okay here. So welcome aboard to all of us that are able to watch us or listen to us. We do have a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, they have that too. Do you think they had this much problem in Russia?
Russia? Well, I don't know. Let's ask Tucker calls.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? You think? How do you think Tuckums did there in Rushka, talking to Vladimir Putin?
Not well. Putin basically treated him like the idiot he is. I saw some of that.
It was, yeah, I saw a little bit of it too. You know,
before we move on, John, let me.
It was about as.
Okay, I'm gonna.
What are you gonna try to squeeze?
I'm gonna try to squeeze.
Can I do what?
Apparently, you're not looking at me. You can't hear me. I don't. I'm going to sit here quietly. You guys do the show. There's too much technical issues here. I can't.
No.
Do the show.
Well, then,
John,
we will do our level best. I wonder if anybody caught the little debacle there with Tucker Carlson and Vladimir Putin. I mean, first part of it was Putin giving all of us a lesson in Ruski history. It was one of those things where, you know, some of it I remember from my history class, but Jesus, who knew? But the thing is that Carlson basically sat there like he was in awe of Vladimir Putin. He sat there like he was. Oh, he just sat there with his, mouth wide open and just, oh my God, am I talking to this great leader of a man here?
Why was he even doing this interview in the first place?
Well, I don't know. And Putin brought up, because Carlson was asking some questions of Putin, and Putin basically said, well, why don't you ask President Biden? Why are you asking me these things about American politics? Why aren't you talking to Biden? or whoever in America.
Because he's
It's
a SFB.
well, we all know that first off that Biden, or excuse me, that Carlson would never have any type of a conversation with
A Democrat.
any Democrat for that matter, but he's definitely, you think that he'd be out of his comfort zone with Putin? Oh, no, not at all. He wouldn't be out of his comfort zone with Putin,
No, because what was it we said years and years and years ago? Because he is a communist.
Well, I don't know what the hell he is, other than the fact that I know one thing he's not, and that is Tucker Carlson is about as legitimate of a journalist as you and I and Ed. None of us are journalists. So, we're out here, we have our opinions. We're all entitled to our opinions. And hey, that's great. You spew it out to those who will listen. But the fact of the matter is that Putin knew that Tucker Carlson was a joke from the minute this whole thing started. One thing he did was, first off, as I understand it, he made Tucker wait for like 2 hours before they actually started the thing. That doesn't surprise me any.
Well, and Carlson being stupid enough, I'd have got up and left after 15 minutes.
Well, no. Well, you see, that's the side of the toast that that it's buttered for Carlson.
What was the
right
point?
now.
Like I said, what was the point of the interview? What was he expecting to get, and why would Putin even bother to talk to this moron?
Well, it was for Putin to be able to basically make a case for himself that Ukraine was a part of Russia, that legitimately that Ukraine was part of the motherland, if you will. And
well, it was, but
it was back in the days of the Soviet. Yeah.
When the Soviet Union broke up, Ukraine went its own way.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the other little countries, the Baltic countries that left. And nobody seems to have heartburn over that.
Well, it's just that it's that they want to reestablish themselves. They want to reestablish the old Soviet Union. That was what brought the rest of the world. The Soviet Union is what brought the rest of the world shaking to its knees.
Yeah.
The Soviet Union was, we were all afraid of the Soviet Union. Not so much about just Russia. We kind of take Russia for, just being this, wacky, they're not even up to the level of the Chinese. Let's put it that way. So it's just one of those. Here's what probably scares me more than anything else. Give me a hot second here to find this, if you don't mind. But as part of his little rally speech here in where the hell was he? North Carolina, I think.
South Carolina.
Trump made a point. Was it South Carolina?
I think it was South Carolina.
South Carolina.
But anyways, he made a point of letting people know this. This is a little scary.
and I'll fight it all the way. I notice a lot of the senators are trying to say respectfully they're blaming it on me. I said, that's okay. Please blame it on me. Please.
That wasn't X, but I'll tell you which one is the one I'm looking.
Presidents of a big country stood up and said, well, sir, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He said, yes, let's say that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You got to pay.
How about that? So now you're talking. So let's say that England, one of our staunchest allies, said, sorry, our economy is in the shitter right now, and we're gonna be behind.
One a violation of the verbal morality statute.
You knew that was coming.
Well, I'm glad to know that works.
We know at least Ed's listening.
Yeah, exactly. And the king tells Trump, well, we just can't do anything about the NATO bill this month. Well, guess what? Putin wants to jump on you. Well, then guess what? Let him jump on you. And that's the way. You remember the original movie Red Dawn?
Yeah.
With Patrick Swayze and everybody.
Yeah.
That was actually a pretty good movie, but the four-tenths of that was that all these things that were happening across the world, one of the last things was NATO dissolved. And Russia invading, the Russian invasion in Colorado, of all damn places, the Russian invasion, all it took was NATO to collapse. You're all on your own. Everybody's on their own. Okay, well, guess what? No better opportunity than this. Our partnership with NATO, even in my limited worldly experience, our partnership with NATO has got to be one of the best things that the United States has going for it. It sucks that we're fighting, that we're committed to fighting wars across the ocean if somebody attacks England or France or Germany.
Yeah, but
isn't
like you said about the movie, isn't it better to fight it over there than in Colorado?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Absolutely,
that's exactly what's going to happen. You don't. It wasn't that the whole point behind Vietnam? We got to stop the communists from coming in, and Korea was the same thing. If we let Putin have Ukraine, well, then that puts him on the border of NATO. So that was one of the things he was bitching about. He doesn't want NATO on his borders. Well, too freaking bad. Quit taking other people's countries, you moron.
Well, that's it in a nutshell. But the thing is, Putin tried to come off as this humble, I'm just an elected leader. You've been in the same freaking office for the last 20 years. Mm-hmm. Tell me, there isn't Trump. You want to talk about a little bit of election fraud and whatnot? Why don't you go over and stick your nose into Russia for a little while, and they'll show you how it's really done. So, folks, I don't know if phone lines are up, so I'm going to say, if you want to get in on this conversation, you can get through on Twitter. You can get through on our Facebook feeds here for right now, if you want to type us a little message. We will get to it, I promise you. There's some other stuff. By the way, there's some other stuff going on here too. And let's see.
Oh no. Ed's trying to sneak in the market watch.
He is, and it's
not working real well, but
it's not working.
We can't hear a word you're saying, Ed.
There we go. How about now?
That kind of helps. If you're going to break in, unmute yourself. Now, late breaking news, Van S.
Anyway, you see, everybody was up this week, but the more important thing is the new menu item on page. It's Colt 45 malt liquor. It's we only believe what we're told to believe. No collusions. That'll do it for the Radio TFI Market Watch for this week. Now, I think you guys can hear me now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try to play along here with the home version of the game. You guys, I can hear you fine, but your video is frozen to me. So I'm here. The phone line is open. And one more thing I'd like to get through, because if I don't do this, I will bust. In the center square here from... It's the 1991 Newburgh, Oregon Queen of the Old Fashioned Festival Royal Court third runner-up, Bill Fancher. I feel better now.
I came in third runner-up on a lot of these things.
Yeah, you did. You got to work on that.
You got to show a little bit more leg, I'm afraid.
I think that's always been the problem. He's afraid to. So anyway,
it's usually in my contract.
I'm back, kids and kittens. For me, it's a radio show today. And at least for now. But we got stuff for you. I got
Do yourself a favor, Ed.
What's that? Quit?
Do yourself a favor. No, I haven't gotten to that point yet. But take out your secondary window there that has the market watch on it. Just take it out.
It's not going to matter.
Okay.
All right.
I promise you that's not the problem.
Okay.
Okay. As long as you promise, I'm
okay.
So did you watch any of these outstanding interview there, Ed?
I did watch a little bit of it. I saw a little clip of basically Putin treating Tucker Carlson like the fool he is. I hate the fact that I wasted any time at all on Little Miss Tucker. But
I didn't even know it was on.
But
you had to look for it.
No,
like John alluded to, it's not. I'm not a big fan of Vladimir Putin either, but at this time, yeah, he basically gave it to him. And getting back to what Trump said, yeah, no, if NATO member doesn't pay, screw him, let him get invaded. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is who you want for president. I do have something.
Let's ask him if he's going to pay his E. Jean Carroll suits.
Right. When it comes to bills, he's got a long list of people just in the area that I'm in that he owes a buku money to. He is known for not paying his bills and beating down on people who, as far as Trump's trials and whatnot, he's shooting for immunity this week. And
didn't work.
No, this just in. Following Trump's claims that he needs absolute immunity, 3 more groups have applied for similar immunity. Surgeons, without immunity, we face the prospect of being sued every time we cut off the wrong leg or leave eyeglasses inside a bladder. Keeping track of which leg is which could cause undue stress during our difficult job. Another group, drunk drivers. accidents are a natural part of driving while intoxicated. If we were to face legal action every time we run someone over, we will still do it, but it will dampen our enjoyment. Finally, the last group suing for immunity is criminals. Without immunity, we face the prospect of incarceration just for doing our job. This will greatly diminish our creativity during the commission of the crime. Is that the country you want to live in? So, immunity. It's all the rage. Apparently, I'm immune from participating fully in this program. Unfortunately for me right now, the image, John and Bill, their images are frozen on my computer. And while John is looking away, as he usually is, Bill's frozen image is looking straight into my eyes. He's with a look on his face like, you did what?
Gotta love that.
I am watching you guys live on the YouTube. Go to YouTube. You can, if you're just listening to us, or look for Just Killing Time or Radio TFI USA. We are there.
Well,
anyway,
and here's the thing. The nice thing about this, the letting people back behind the curtains take a peek here real quick, is if anything we're streaming into StreamYard is fairly clear. It's what we're seeing coming back out at us is where lies the problem.
Right. I'm broadcasting all the video and the audio, and it's all coming out fine to the end user. It's on my end. Within my own system, I'm having problems, but we've gone through worse than this, believe me. Remember the echo
we
days?
have.
Remember the echo days, John?
All too well.
I thought you would.
Well.
It was brutal because I had a hard enough time reading as it was.
Ain't that the truth?
Had hard enough time reading as it was, and then only to have anything and everything I said echo back into my ears at just about a quarter-second delay. And it was just enough to totally me up.
Toast your fritters.
Well,
pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Although, for what it's worth now, as I'm watching the live broadcast, I am frozen on the live broadcast now.
Oh, there's always advantages.
Unfortunately, he's the only one that has these advantages at this particular moment.
And it's such a day, too, because it's a big day. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We got a lot to talk about in the second hour.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do. This is going to be fun. This will be one of the more entertaining Super Bowls I've seen.
We don't have a damn thing to talk about right now.
And we got plenty to talk about when we'll get there. But while I normally don't give it away, it's our annual Super Bowl halftime performance. From Men in Color, from In Living Color, Men on Football.
Yes.
It is I remember that they did that live that one year. Oh, it's a classic. If you've never seen it, or if you've seen it a million times, stay tuned at the top of the hour, presuming we make it to the top of the hour.
Oh, we'll make it. True. We might be limping in, but we'll definitely make it.
I've got my crutches over here, so.
And guess who's back live in the studio with us for football? Gerald's back. So
Garzera didn't kill him. He got away from Garzera.
Wait a year. John, you got two up there now.
I'm aware of it.
Okay, there's the echo that John used to hear.
Son of a bitch!
No. Turn it off,
Moogly.
I muted John because that
was just redonkulous.
John, you need. I've got you muted right now, pal. You're gonna need
and then
to
he
shut
sits
up.
and smiles about it.
Yeah, Yeah, because we don't have enough issues today. So he's going to go on with a delay on his
just
phone.
come in a room, fart, smile, and walk away.
That's basically it. And let's take that other one off, John. Please close it. You're just, like I said, I got enough problems as it is today.
Take a pill. It's taken care of.
It's not. It's still up there.
It's care of. Trust me.
Anyway,
I had something I had to do here.
Yeah, like last week when you just got up and walked away.
Yeah, just got up and walked away.
Hey, I could have done the alternate in that situation.
You could have just said, "I'll be right back, guys."
That's it. I'll be back. Even I do that.
Yeah, even Bill, the inconsiderate pig that he is.
Yeah, I have some freaking
what are we turning
manners.
into here?
Yeah, it's total.
I mean, we don't have a lot
anarchy.
going on. Dogs and cats living together.
Wait a minute. This just in, Custer is under attack at the Little Bighorn. Okay.
Did he go away?
Yeah, I think it went away.
Thank you. Here, Bill. Here's your butt buddy. He wants to let you know about something.
I have been attacked because what I want to do is secure our election. This just happened 1 hour ago. I had to pull over here on the road. Our merchant server just canceled the Lindell Recovery Network. This is my network for addicts, and I've had it with them, I don't know, 5-6 years. So now I get a call from them. Yeah, we're canceling you. I said, why? He says, well, your websites and stuff, they get attacked, and we just don't want to be associated with your name and with Mike Lindell. And so, Steve, this is the money. So now that's a distraction. I've got to take more of my funds and put in to help.
I see Mike Lindell, and suddenly I don't feel bad about our technical situation.
Boy.
And his obsession with wearing that cross and making everybody look at me. I'm a God guy. You're not. We know it. And you threw your money after the big lie. And I you know what? I'm sorry. I was happy to see that a recovering addict was able to make a success out of himself. And then he found his new addiction. Donald Jessica.
Well, yeah.
Exactly. And that's invariably what happens.
Yeah, I mean, when he first came about with My Pillow, and again, he's a Minnesota guy, but when he first came out with My Pillow, and you heard about his story that he was a recovering crackhead, yeah, you had to kind of pull for him a little bit, and then all of a sudden, when Trump started screaming out, election, I was robbed, and then have Lindell jump on that train again. You are welcome. As that's your opinion. That's your opinion. But don't try to make me feel sorry for you because you made a complete idiot of yourself in the process.
And in addition to that, don't blame the people running your server for not wanting to have their business attacked. Because you're bringing in people that don't like you, what you stand for, et cetera, and it's apparently too much for the business to, that they don't want. It's not worth it to have you around anymore. Plus, I'm sure you're barely paying the bills. Is his recovery network working for anybody? I don't know. It seems like a nice thing to do.
Not working for me.
Not working for you, of course not, Bill. Bill's still hooked on sweet tarts, but
Pop tarts, you mean?
Pop tarts. He's got he's got a Mike and Ike addiction that we just can't control. It's chugga 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 choo choo. Charlie was an engineer.
Yes. Good and plenty.
I know that's good.
They had.
Hey, John.
Hey Ed, you didn't tell me that you were getting new neighbors, by the way.
Oh, didn't I?
What? What?
What?
You're getting Ed didn't tell anybody he's getting new neighbors. Here, would you like to meet them?
Oh, if only.
Okay. Let's.
Here you go.
Let me ask you, why are you guys MAGA? Why are you Trump? Why do you support Trump so much?
Liberty and justice for all.
Amen. That's what he's not getting. Is it crazy? Hey,
Close the borders! Close the borders!
Close the borders!
Get the out of here! We do not like the propaganda. We're here for the truth.
That's it.
Get Sleepy Joe out of here! Get Sleepy Joe out of here!
What do
He's
you
got to
think
go!
about CNN, MSNBC, all of the other a lot of people think the country's gone, that the next generation, your generation, isn't smart, is all libtards, all brain dead. What do you tell them?
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of propaganda going on. There's only real people out here that understand the real media.
Yeah.
We understand the truth. We like people that are truthful.
So
we speak for the truth.
Joe's gotta go. Joe's gotta go. Joe's gotta go. Joe's gotta go. I love it.
Joe's gotta go, baby.
He's gotta go.
We speak for the truth.
That's it, man.
That's it. That's
all. No pressure, guys. But the future of our country is on your shoulders.
It's on his.
Are you guys? Do we have men and women, or is it?
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
How do you like your new neighbors?
That group is one keg of beer away from saying anything you want them to say.
Oh,
I have a
one
simple
keg
solution.
of beer.
I have a simple solution to that whole crowd.
What's that?
Pull the pin and throw it in.
There you go. Bill Fancher, as always.
Yes, indeed.
It's called thinning the herd.
Natural selection.
Damn right.
Look, we were all young. We were all stupid. We were all drunk at some point.
But these people are dumber than homemade shit.
Oh, they're in it. They're just playing to the cameras. Are you kidding me?
Of course they are. The one guy doesn't even know what propaganda means. He's just like saying it.
Yeah, exactly.
I learned a new word.
Uh-huh. Kind of like MAGA propaganda, MAGA propaganda. Hey, dudes. Yeah, it's Those are not the guys that I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about them burning their own house down while smoking crack.
I'm not.
No, you burn your own house down as long as we don't have to pay the insurance bill.
Exactly.
If they're my new neighbors.
I forgot.
By the way, in the continuing saga that is my neighbors. Hold on a second. I need to clear up my audio. In the continuing saga, there was an issue the other day, and so my nitwit neighbor upstairs, she's a psychotic. I feel no shame saying that. She's a crazy person. So we have this little lamp in the hallway, in the common hallway. Lamp out.
Psycho.
And she to get back at me, and she's done this before numerous times, she unscrews the light bulb. It's on 24 hours a day to keep light in the hallway. It's better than the overhead light. So she unscrews the light bulb. So, okay, I decide to leave I screw it back in. And what she doesn't know, kids and kittens, is that this is a newfangled light bulb, LED, Wi-Fi, remote control. I can control it, turn it on and off from anywhere. All the lights in my house are like that. I can turn them on from anywhere. So I turned off the light. Hold on a second.
Clap on.
You too much technology.
So now I leave the light off. There's an overhead light in the hallway. I replaced that with one of my special bulbs, and it's on the lowest setting.
Well, does she unscrew the light bulb just enough for it to go off?
Yeah.
Well, then she's an idiot. Unscrew it and take the damn thing.
Well, But I guess she thinks this is going to. But now I've left it off, and the little knob that you would use to turn the lamp on, they were messing with that too. So I just took that off. Now when I come home at night, I hit the button. The lights come on in my apartment. It comes on in the hallway. I walk in, boop, turn the light off from inside the apartment. And
You should program it so it gets her lights.
So it gets what?
It gets her lights. Turn her.
I can't. Oh,
You have to have the right type of bulb.
Yeah, you have to have the right type of bulb. But
You gotta sneak in there one night and.
well,
fix
now we're
everything.
talking breaking and entering, and it's one thing to
Oh
monkey in here.
well.
I'm
You get some of
furious.
those
Gonna go
MAGA
for-
kids to come in. Get some of the MAGA kids to come in. They'll do it. He'll tell them there's beer and Trump upstairs.
I'm just too pretty.
And they don't like brown people. So
Yeah, don't like white people.
Well, that's so anyway, that's the latest on my idiot neighbor. And so she showed me, and now they have to stumble in the dark every night. And mind
Good.
you, the lamp is mine. It's actually mine. I bought it and put it out there. And
Mine.
but they don't even know about the overhead light. Apparently, the switch is right there. It's no. So I'm waiting for the knock on the door because it's plugged into my inside my apartment. So they probably just think I unplugged it. Suckers. It's the little things in life, people. When people are giving you a hard time, it's just these little victories. That's right. Am I a petty little son of a bitch? This week I am.
no, you're a petty big son of a bitch.
And it feels
Don't sweat the petty things, but you can pet the sweaty things.
things. Absolutely. My buddy Dale Thumper literally lived by that mantra. Anyway.
Did you say we had a phone line open today there?
I said that, but I make no guarantees about it.
No guarantees.
No guarantees, huh?
No guarantee. Well, I guess a phone call will come in, but again, all the problems seem to be here at Radio TFI in the executive tower. There's all sorts of things.
Is it
all
now?
sorts of work, and so again, we're broadcasting out, but inside the tower, things
It's a
are
whole
just
different story.
a whole different thing. We're having trouble viewing what we need to view. I mean, we just barely squeaked through the market report, but on the market watch, as we like to say here on the 85th floor.
And I'm going to say again here. What do you mean, we, white man? Bill
John,
and I seem to have no problem.
No, today you're not having a problem, and I applaud you. And I think you're doing a wonderful job. It's on me today. And it's internally. I'm putting out like I used to in my 20s. Let me put it that way. It's
one and done.
Well, hey, look, I'm putting it out there. You're getting it. Yeah, my internet is really screwed up today. And anyway, Bill is talking into his phone now. I can see that, Bill, just because you're frozen on my screen. But what else we got?
He's turning out the lights. Oh, he must be having one of those secret conversations. You know what you need to get your stuff together there, Ed?
No, you from Ohio.
Now, yes, I did mention I was in Ohio for first part of the show.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Did he? Did he really?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. And
The Columbian Command Center.
No. Get it right. It is the Ohio Valley Command Center in Columbus, Ohio. Get it right.
In Columbian, Ohio.
At the I haven't been by the Capitol building yet.
Well, then what the hell good are you?
I haven't been by. I've been by OSU. Well, that's the Oklahoma State. I've been by the Ohio State.
Yeah, well.
I gotta tell you something, guys and gals, and everybody out there. And this is going back to our technical problems, or my technical problems. Since I'm the only one recording the show, it is highly unlikely this one is going to make it to the
It's very likely.
No, it's
very
unlikely.
likely.
It's going to. Are you recording it?
I'm not, but StreamYard is.
That's right. We'll have to do that today because my recording is going to be caca poo poo.
I'm well aware of that.
But
then, anyways, you know what you need. You know what you need there, Ed.
I need a good foot massage done.
Yeah, well, I think you need some old. I think you need some old time religion. So here you are.
I think the biggest misconception right now, and it's always been there, is this idea that Christian nationalism, what we used to call the religious right or fundamentalism, somehow represents old-time religion, that this is a backwards way of thinking. And the problem with that, besides just being factually wrong, it may be backwards, but it's not old-time. It's a rapidly evolving, mutating political theology, is that it lulls people into this kind of reassurance narrative of, I already know what that is. And they kind of imagine the dumbest preacher they ever saw on TV. Or the righteous gemstones or something like that. This is something that is moving. This is not stagnant. This is not just old-fashioned. This is something that is reimagining itself for Trumpism.
Okay.
And that is brought to you. Well, hey, apparently Bill has to go.
Really?
I'm TCB here.
I was that was brought to us by the Lincoln Project. There, you get a chance, go to their media sites, websites, and whatnot, and give them a little support. They provide us with a lot of our material here on Just Killing Time.
Bill, did you
got a problem there, Ed? You got a problem there, Ed?
I got all sorts of problems, man. How would you like the list? Alphabetically or chronologically?
Chronologically would be best.
All right. I was born a poor black child. Well, go ahead.
Then you met Michael Jackson.
And I met Michael Jackson. And
anyway. Moving on.
Moving on. Well, friends,
I'm guessing the phone lines are not open.
Again, the phone lines are open.
754-800-CHAT, 754-800-2428. But you know how they've been saying.
Wait a minute. And?
Oh, excuse me. If you find a payphone, make sure to look both ways for Clark Kent, so you're not in his way.
Mm-hmm.
You can call us from that payphone, and we'll pick up the tab on that one. So, is that what you wanted me to say? Oh, hey, very good. Hey, I get a ding.
A payphone, call collect. Why is that so difficult? Why is everything on this station so difficult? Why can't people just do things the way I tell them to do it without question?
All right,
I purposely do it just the opposite. Thank you. Exactly. You tell me how you want to do it, and I'm just going the opposite way.
Just tell us what you need, and we shall endeavor to do so.
Ask that guy there to your immediate left how much I listen to direction.
Oh, I wouldn't even. Look, we've been doing this for 7 years. I pretty much got that nailed. I'm surprised you stay in the little box that I provided for you.
Yeah, well,
just like a coach at the baseball game. Get back in that damn box.
Well, last week he didn't.
No, that's true. He just got up and walked away. I thought he was a writer. He was going out on strike.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. This week's John versus the Spread Point script. Last week I'll be using it. It's the final week.
Is it?
Except for next week.
Well, kind of my last chance to interrupt the hell out of you then.
Next week is the presentation ceremony.
Yes, thank you very much.
We all have a shot. We all have a shot.
Most of them are snowballs in hell, but okay.
Speaking of a shot, I could use one right about now.
Yeah.
No
I wouldn't.
kidding.
I could use one right about now. Hey, you know what? You know how those right wingers are always saying us lefty liberal guys here, us woke sons of bitches. We're always the one there that are always trying to influence children on all that kind of stuff.
Pedophile.
That's the word let me introduce you to Oklahoma State Senator Dusty Severs.
There's a name.
It is absolutely degrading and defiling, and it's domineering. It is controlling, and it's not as though it's free from a controlling higher power. That higher
principalities and powers.
That's exactly right. It's principalities, powers, and rulers of the air, and they are setting up and waging war against humanity. And what is good, right, and true is from God who created us. And so it is a power, it's a spiritual warfare. And these people are getting, anyone who gets caught up into pornography is caught up not just in a power of flesh and blood, but a power that they aren't able to control, that's degrading them and seeking to eradicate their use, their value, and true society.
Watch your pornogaphy there, ladies and gentlemen, because you know that's leading to.
Say amen. Put the affected part of your body on your computer or smartphone.
Wow.
Yeah, he suggests that watching pornography can lead to demonic possession. I knew it. I knew it, Bill. Right on cue. You are right on cue there, Mr. Fancher.
Probably has more of a porno stash than anybody on the planet.
The devil made me do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, Flip. Or Geraldine, I should say.
Hey, watch me while I did it. Do it with someone you love. And I'll just leave
this is definitely true. Definitely true. But hey, did you guys, this didn't really go I didn't get to see much of this or hear much of this, but
John, I have to interrupt. Speaking of doing things,
what else new?
Speaking of doing things with yourself,
Ted Cruz, go fuck yourself.
I had to get that in there somehow, some way.
Well, I'm damn sight proud of you. Did you hear that there was a 4.7 magnitude earthquake outside of Thousand Oaks, California?
Yeah,
a couple of days ago.
Porn. They discovered porn.
They discovered porn.
Wild.
Well, if you're gonna find porn, Thousand Oaks, California would probably be the place.
You know what caused it? All that shaking, all that seismic activity. Everybody
Elvis is buried there.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Son of a bitch.
Yep, see that, Bill?
Who'd have thunk it?
Just when you thought. Just when you.
Well,
thought.
you remember the old Dragnet. Well, actually, I should say the new Dragnet movie by comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Where the
it's cult.
Oh, what the hell is his name? The guy that played the Reverend.
Aykroyd.
The guy that played the Reverend.
Oh, now you're gonna make me look it up.
Anyway, get to your point.
If you wanted to go into politics, you go to Washington D.C. If you want to go to the capital of filth and degradation and pornography, go to L.A. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even East L.A.
I was born in East L.A.
Can anybody tell me why by the way, Christopher Plummer was the name I'm looking for.
Okay.
Can anybody explain to me why the hell we haven't been able to see that movie anywhere?
What movie?
Born in East LA.
Well, have you looked for it?
I have looked high and low. None of the streaming networks.
Well, why don't you look right in the middle?
Yeah. And have you tried Blockbuster?
Yeah, exactly.
Tried Blockbuster?
Yeah.
Last time I went close to a Blockbuster, it was all the blocks were busted up.
Well, it doesn't answer the question, and that's really poor pun work. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Pull it too.
Just for you. Just for you.
You are the best. You are the best. I mean, what can
why he gets the big bucks.
It's why I say what I say it a million times. When you're good, you're good. When you're the best, you're me.
So
I guess so, John.
That's all there is to it.
Wow.
And now you're what?
By the way, Prime Video has Born in East LA, so.
Prime Video has Born in East LA.
Yes, sir.
See, because Ed looked right in the middle. Right there. Boom.
Right.
I want to see you pull that up right now. I want to see you pull that up.
I'm sure you would.
And you want to see more seismic activity. More seismic activity. Hold my beer.
Hold this. My mother's coming.
Yeah.
You will probably find that when you did the search for Born in East LA, you probably see that on Prime. But we have Prime, have done the same thing.
Yes.
And it says not available at this time.
Well, then it's not available at this time.
You know what? Here's $1. Call somebody who gives a damn.
Yeah, they pull these things off occasionally. I don't know why. Just keep looking. You'll find it. It's out there somewhere.
It is one of the best movies. Enjoyable. One of the most enjoyable movies I've ever watched.
Challenge accepted. 3, 2, 1.
Well, okay. That gong went off inside Ed's head again. So I guess that means
that is about what it sounds like.
Yeah, it does. Well, we gotta go away for a second or two here. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. You're listening to Just Killin' Time on Radio TFI.
Radio TFI.
You found Just Killing Time.
Hello, handsome. Is that a 10-gallon hat? Or are you just enjoying the show?
On Radio TFI. Join the conversation. You can reach the guys at 754-800-CHAT, 754-800-2428. On social media, search for Radio TFI USA. From a payphone, call collect.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Cable Access Channel 96 presents Men on Football.
I'm Antoine Merriweather, and welcome to Men on Football, the The show that looks at football from a male point of view.
That's right, tonight we're live and uncensored.
That's right, naked to the world. Do you know we have a new sponsor? Wilson Sporting Goods, the official balls of the NFL.
I ain't said a word.
You know, a lot of people were very surprised to hear that we was doing a special football show. But we've been fans of football for many years. I mean, what other game boasts such great names like Dick Butkus?
Or my favorite, Bob Greasy.
Now, isn't he a tight end?
He was. Still, there's a lot of things about this game that could be better, like the uniforms.
Hated them. For instance, you know, I was so disappointed when I found out that those numbers on the back, they were just for identification.
Oh, I know what you mean. The smallest one I saw was 11, and then I saw one that said 78 child. I almost fainted.
You need to stop. And you know, I found that those padded shoulders were just too Joan Crawford.
And speaking of old fish, what about those cheerleaders?
Hated them. I mean, what good are they? Everybody knows that these men just look at each other's for their strength and inspiration to do their best, not some scallop on the sidelines.
I don't understand why they bring them in. And what about this matchup today? The Buffalo Bills against the Washington Redskins.
Oh, yes. It's like playing Cowboys and Indians. Ooh!
Well, tie me up and scout me, but I'd be a lot more entertained if they were playing with the Oilers and Packers.
That's a thought.
Now, what's your favorite play of the game, Twan?
Well, to be truthful, for me, nothing beats that exquisite moment of tension right before the play began. As the muscular, sweaty football men get down on that line of scrimmage. There they is, eyeball to eyeball. Their breaths is coming out like steam from a big bull's nostrils. I just got 3 words to describe it. Delicious. I'm through.
Uh-oh, I think I just sprung a leak. And speaking of football, let's bring back that Joe Namath. I mean, I'll never forget the time when he put on those pantyhose on national television. It must have taken so much courage for him to come out and say, this is me, this is who I am. Call me Broadway Joe, because that's how I do it, the Broadway.
Time out. Now, you got to reverse that call. Joe Namath is married. Hello? Now, I'm very confused about this part of the game. Now, Blaine, we all know what a red flag in the right pocket means. But what does a yellow flag in the left pocket mean?
Oh, I think those are the wide receivers. But there's so much about this game that's so confusing. For instance, why do they stop a play when there's too many men on the field? To me, that's party time.
Because, Blaine, too many men, that's an illegal formation.
Well, if love is wrong, then I don't want to be right.
And you don't know the first thing about football.
And you don't know the first thing about lotion.
Well, anyway, oh, you about to seriously work my last good nerve, ain't you?
Don't get mad, Twan.
Is that all you?
You can show me how to play. Teach me. Go ahead.
Okay. You have a ball?
I think I have one right here. I think I played this one before.
All you have to do is say hi and take the little blue ball and start running.
But isn't that gonna hurt you?
Take the ball, Billy. Go ahead. Say hi.
Wait a minute. Where's all the men that's supposed to chase me? I don't like this game.
Well, that's our show for this week. But before we go, we'd like to salute all the men playing the Super Bowl with our special Super Bowl snap. 2 snaps and your backfield motion. Goodbye.
My bad.
Everybody's bad.
Everybody was muted.
We were just muting on top of muting here. That was something. Listen, welcome back.
Hold on, John. By the way, I have it on good authority that the phones are not working.
Oh, why? Did you try to call?
I just have it on good authority.
Well, and here's why the phone wasn't working, Bill, because I got up, took off my headphones, and I wasn't here. I could see your call.
Mm-hmm.
I see your call.
Were there any other calls? Were there any other?
No, sir.
He saw who it was that was calling.
I have it. Then I have it on good authority that the phones aren't working.
Anyway.
So there.
He saw who was calling and said, well, this is about as important as wiping up piss off the side of the toilet seat, but we'll...
One credit for violation of the verbal morality statute.
Well, we're off.
What word was that?
Start.
What?
That was one of George Carlin's 7 words. So there you go.
Was piss one of the 7 words?
Yes, it was. And stop saying it. You want to hear all 7? I'll tell you all 7 real quick. It's you thought so, Ed.
I was ready. Finger on the button. Finger on the button.
Just remember, it's okay to prick your finger. Just don't finger your prick.
Don't finger your prick.
You are fined 1 credit for violation of the verbal morality statute.
All right. What do you say? That's enough of that, huh?
That's enough.
You guys, you realize you guys make me do this, right?
Right.
Oh, yes.
Because you're a petulant child with no self-control.
Well,
see how his shoulders bent back behind him were twisting his arm.
You know, I wish
you wish
you
two. Go ahead.
The picture I have of you on my screen, because your video is frozen, and
too bad it couldn't be frozen like this.
Stop that!
I didn't see it. I was busy. Can we move on, please? Introduce me I can introduce him.
Oh, we're doing that? All right. Hi, I'm John.
Don't know who we are.
Yeah. You mean they don't know who we is?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Way over on that side of the table. Way over there. That's Ed. Ed, do your thing.
And from it's what? He's with you. What's his name?
Hey,
a friend.
Hey, Sugar. Tell him who we are.
We want to dance with your dates.
We want to dance with your dates.
That's Bill Fincher, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we got all that happy horse shit out of the way. Let's cue the band.
What's the credit limit on your Visa card?
It's birthday time, and goddamn, we got a bunch of them again this week here. From today, the 11th, on through the 17th, which I believe is Saturday. Oh, how about that? All right. So we'll start off with today, where Jeb Bush, you know the guy, the former Florida governor, the former presidential candidate. Jeb Bush turns 71 years old.
Please clap.
Please give him the clap. Running up at age 60, the role model for Bobo and for that other one there, Marjorie Taylor Greene, That's definitely a role model. Role model. Sarah Palin turned 60 years old today.
And I can see Russia from my house.
Getting a little classier here at age 62 today is Sheryl Crow.
Cool.
Jennifer Aniston turns 55 today.
Far out.
Forever 21 Club.
I gotta agree with you on that one. All right, and bringing up the stinky rear of the of today's birthday, Alex Jones turns 50 years old. Yeah, take some Rolaids, Ed. All right, going out to the 12th, where Arsenio Hall turns 68. God, he doesn't look that old.
Yo, dog.
Brett Kavanaugh, Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, turns 59. Boy, somebody has gas, and I'd wish to hell they do something about it. Hey, here's one for you. Christina Ricci turns 44 years old.
Forever 21 with an asterisk. She was adorable in the Addams Family.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And Robert Griffith III, RG3, turns 34 years old.
RG3 and out.
That's it. All right, moving on to Tuesday the 13th, where Peter Gabriel turns 74.
Sledgehammer. Best thing he ever did was leave Genesis. Did Phil Collins a real solid.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Turning 58 years old on the 13th Tuesday is Neil McDonough.
Who?
Who
is he?
I don't know. You submitted him.
Well, then what the hell?
No. You submitted Neil McDonough.
Okay, hold on just 1 second. We're going to play Jeopardy here.
He's an actor. Go ahead, move on.
Yeah, moving on, please.
Who is Neil McDonough?
So now we have to wait. This is beautiful, beautiful radio.
Oh, he's an American actor.
I just said that. Move on.
All right. Also, the man responsible for the moon over Green Bay, turning 47 years old, Randy Moss.
Come on.
Going now to Wednesday, moving on to Wednesday, where Michael Bloomberg turns 82.
Yeah.
Teller of Penn and Teller fame turns 76. Yeah, I know. No sound. Yeah, we get it.
Well, that was the point.
We get it. All right. Turning 64 on the 14th is Jim Kelly, former Buffalo Bills quarterback.
And loser of 4 Super Bowls.
And loser of well, at least he didn't do the wide right performance that their last kicker did here just recently.
That was weather. That wasn't. No, that was a whole different.
Oh, quit making excuses.
Nobody loves to see the Bills fail.
Moving on.
Thank you, Bill. Speaking of failing bills, thank you, Mr. Fancher.
And lastly, on the 14th, Freddie Highmore turns 32 years old.
Now, I looked
Not
at
a clue. Not a
clue.
clue.
Some kid.
I like this show, by the way.
Which
He
show?
plays the good doctor.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, he plays the good doctor.
Somebody had
love that show. The Good Doctor is a series about a very established surgeon, who happens to be autistic.
I like the better.
Now we can't make fun of it. Thanks a lot, John.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
I like the better one. It was called Doogie Howser.
Exactly.
All right, on the 15th now, where Jane invites you to see more of her and turns 73.
By the way, Jane Seymour, and certainly a charter member of the Forever 21 Club.
Also, Matt is groaning about his 70th birthday.
Dear God, make it stop. Make it stop.
And I couldn't tell you who this is, so can't offer a bluff on this one. Megan the Stallion.
Huh?
Yeah, who the hell? 29 years old.
Megan the Stallion is a very popular musical act these days. All the kids are going cuckoo bananas about her. She's very, very talented. Look it up.
Well, good.
I'll look it up. Yeah, there you go. Why the long face?
That's it.
All right, going now to the 16th, which I believe is Friday. Ice-T turns 66 years old.
Remember, the guy who's now made a nice living for almost a quarter century playing a cop got famous with a song called Cop Killer.
Yeah, there you go. Right behind him at age 65, John McEnroe.
By the way, John McEnroe taught me how to shave. He was doing commercials for Bic shavers back in the day, and that's how I learned how to shave, watching him. Oh.
Wait a minute. I thought he was the one that went around and said, a flick of the Bic, sir. Flick of the Bic, sir.
Wrong Bic. With a flick of my Bic, I can see you're a hick. Moving on.
Oh. Elizabeth Olsen turns 35 years old.
Without question, a member of the Forever 21 Club and the younger sister of the Olsen twins.
Right.
Okay, there was going to be my question then.
And she played Wanda Romanoff, Scarlet Witch, in the MCU.
She was Romanoff where?
I guess. Or turning 30.
She in Iowa?
Turning 34 on the 16th. No, Ed, it's not the weekend. It's the weekend.
The weekend.
It's the weekend.
Well, anyways, there's no E in his name.
It's Sunday.
John, these puns are tortured. This is against the Geneva Convention.
This should be against FCC regulations.
Yeah. The way you're torturing these words here.
No.
All right. Anyways, moving on to Saturday, where Michael Jordan turned 61.
That'll make you feel old.
Yeah, Daniel Lawrence Whitney will tell you to get her done. Get her done.
Johnny the Cable Man.
Larry the Cable Guy.
No, it was Johnny the Cable Guy.
It's time for Bill to jump on the bus at 52 years old. Jerome Bettis.
Yay. Please stop, John. My ears are bleeding.
Oh, well, then we got, hey, my neighbor representative here in the state of Ohio, Jim Jordan, turned 60.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. That was funny the first time. That's getting old now too.
Wow, when Bill starts saying shit's getting old.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
Yeah, well, get them stacked up there, pal.
That's why we can't get paid around here.
Paris Hilton turns 43 years old on Saturday.
Now, I wonder, are you allowed to use the back door at the Paris Hilton? Or can you only go through the front door?
Only at butt drugs.
They encourage you to go through the back door at butt drugs.
Right. Parking in the rear.
They did a bit on Weekend Update years ago when Jimmy Fallon was there, and he did this whole thing about the Paris Hilton with Paris Hilton. And the one thing was, well, can just anybody use the back door at the Paris Hilton? Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Last but not least, here on Saturday, February 17th, Ed Sheeran turns 33 years old.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Yeah, that was worth a big drink of water.
Oh,
yeah. How about that? How about that? You know what would even go better,
Ed,
than a big drink of water?
Ed.
Yeah.
Cue the band.
He just cut you off something fierce. He used a dull knife to do it too. No, I want to hear him out, Bill. I'm sorry. I want to hear him. Go ahead.
What would go better than a big cup of water? How about a nice cup of instant black coffee?
Harvey, want anything special for your birthday?
Just a decent cup of coffee.
You're kidding.
I'm serious. Honey, your coffee's undrinkable.
It's pretty harsh.
Well, so's your coffee. You know, the girls down at the office make better coffee on their hot plates. Well, see you later.
And he didn't even kiss me goodbye. You know, if I could just make a decent cup of coffee, I could relax. So, relax. Why don't you try Instant Folgers? Tastes good as fresh perked. Good as fresh perked. I'll surprise Harvey for his birthday tonight.
Hey, great coffee.
It's Instant Folgers. Doesn't it taste good as fresh perked?
Better.
Better than those girls make at the office?
Honey, their coffee can't hold a candle to yours.
Instant Folgers taste good as fresh perked. Try it.
Okay.
Would you like some?
Would
you like some instant Folgers now, sir?
I was hoping for a punchline of some sort.
Where is my candle whoop ass?
Yeah, really. Really. This is John. I mean, it's one thing to play a 90-year-old commercial. It's something else altogether to have it not pay off.
A nice glass of shut the hell up.
How about a 6-pack?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what?
That was impressive.
You know what? Cue the band.
Yes, thank you, sir.
It's time for John and Ed and the other guy versus the spread. Your weekly foray into the exciting world of pigskin prognostication. Each week, John, I'll have a cup of Folgers, please. Shannon, Bill, I got a can of whoop ass. Fancher, Gerald, the computer who travels the world, and I will choose professional football games and select winners using the point spread. At the end of the season, which is today, the winner will claim possession of the Radio TFI Gilchrist Sippy Cup. Extra points can be earned by going for it with a 2 or 3 point conversion if we have the nerve. Ladies and gentlemen, kids and kittens, one last time, it's
time for football.
I hate him. I hate him with a passion. It's John and Ed versus the spread. Well. I'm waiting for my interruption, Bill.
I just gave you the last one there.
Trust me, they'll come early and often.
Yeah, so will Bill. Oh, hey now.
Oh.
Hey, I got mine.
Right.
You're in charge of getting yours.
Right. Well, here we are, kids and kittens. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl 58. That's LVIII, which stands for Las Vegas. Maybe I'll get through this without Bill speaking over me the entire time.
No, did you hear about the Roman went in the bar, ordered beer? They said, how many you want? He said this. They got 5 beers.
That was a visual. All right, boys, let me know when you're settled down. We'll get on with this. And
wait a minute.
We'll see you in a couple hours.
I'm waiting for my fresh Folgers coffee here.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
I like my coffee like I like my men, strong and black.
Strong and black.
That's from Airplane, by the way. All right, here we go. Enough of this falderall. Let's move on with the proceedings, because this is it. This is big. This is huge this week. Lots of points available.
Huge.
Let's take a look at the current standings. We were off last week.
Do that.
Bill, please.
It didn't change.
Fancher's in the lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, it did not change.
Tell you what, Bill, you do the bit.
If you look at last week's standings, you will have noticed that nothing changed. I'm still leading the pack, and Gerald's still in the basement. John's at 63, and Ed sucks. Now, on to you, Mr. Van Ness.
Thank you. You feel better now?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to start with this week's picks, and we're just going to right now. We're just going to talk about what team we're picking to win. John H. Shannon, go ahead. It's on you, sir. Tell us about your pick.
The Kansas City Chiefs could never enter a Super Bowl that I didn't think they were going to win. But when the thinking heads decided to make the 49ers a 1.5 favorite, I said, thank you very much. I'm taking the dog, the Kansas City Chiefs, giving up 6.5 points to win the Super Bowl. And how many points are we getting, by the way, for this?
This is it's a 5 points this week for a straight pick. If you win this, you'll get 10 points.
Right where I was shooting.
We're going to get over all this.
Balls, she'd be king.
And if I have more than 10 seconds to talk without being, we're going to go over all of this. Mr. Fancher, if you can find it in your heart to talk, let's hear about your pick. Bad, Bill.
Oh, okay. I just didn't want to step on you. Anything there?
I'm
KC plus 1.5. On to you, Ed.
Thank you. Like John, I'm going for
Not
2 with the underdog. And, I got to go with KC. I got to make up some points here. And now for what could be the last time this season, everybody's favorite prognosticator.
Good morning, gentlemen. First things first. After a long and arduous journey, which included my new pal Godzilla, I got to see Taylor. What's that you say, gory Judd? No, nothing to worry about here. Yes, that's right. They are baby monsters. No threat at all. Not like you. Ha ha ha. That's a good one, Godzilla. Allow me to finish with these goons, and then we'll have brunch. Here we are, the final game of the final week of the season. Now, on to picks. It's Vegas, baby. The great Googly Moogly's come to town, like any other tourist from the Midwest. Eyes wide with amazement, hoping to bring home the bacon. Expect to go home empty-handed, chefs. Well, maybe not Travis. Give me those 49ers, and I'll give up the 1.5. Mr. Van Ness will enlighten you on the remainder of my prop bets. I expect the Gilchrist ceremonial sippy cup to arrive shortly.
You keep open.
Let's go see how far you can kick the sphere, Godzilla. Enjoy the game.
Ed, forgive me for interrupting. Please forgive me. I'll even pray to your altar. Please forgive me for interrupting. But Gerald sounds like a man who's been working about the last 60 hours a week straight here. Just wanted to point that out.
Gerald has a new pal.
Yeah, well.
Apparently.
All right, so now we're going to get to our prop bets, and we're going to take these one at a time. We're just going to keep circling around. I will be telling you all about Gerald's prop bets. John, let's talk about your over-under.
My over-under, I expect a high-scoring game, and I think it was 47.5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And I took the over.
All right. And tell us about your coin toss pick.
My coin toss, I made a bold prediction and said it's going to land on its side. But then it'll fall over and go to tails.
All right. Bill, let's hear your over-under and your coin toss.
John, you ain't going to make any headway at all as long as you keep picking my picks. So, sorry, Charlie. You're not a tuna. 47.5. This game goes over. Coin toss. Tails.
All right. I'm going quite the opposite of you two goons. I like the under, and I'm going with heads. And coincidentally enough, so is Gerald. He's taken under. Well, he's taken under the whole postseason. So that was and heads. Moving on to our next category. Total points. John, how many total points and field goals? Now, the field goals will be field goals made and the exact number. The total points, you will get 10 points if you match the number exactly, 5 points if you win 3 of. So, John, what's your total point prediction?
Total point prediction will be 67.
And how many field goals are you expecting today?
4.
Yes, sir. Mr. Fancher, your total points.
John, you're not going to catch me if you keep picking the same things I pick. Oh, sorry. Total points, 57. Field goals, 4. Field goals, 4.
All right. I'm going with 47 points total. I'm trusting the bookies.
Just under the under.
I'm trusting the bookies. If I had gone over for the over-under, I'd be taking 48. I believe the defense is going to play a significant role today, at least as far as this is concerned. And I believe there will be 6 successful field goals. Gerald.
6?
6. You heard me.
You said 6? Okay.
I didn't stutter.
Well, then my ears are flapping. Sorry.
Gerald is going for 45 points. and he expects there to be 5 field goals made.
Jeez.
You laugh until you're wrong. Moving on.
You have a point.
First score. John, what do you believe the first score will be?
First score is going to be a field goal.
Which would be 3 points for you if you're correct. Mr. Fancher.
Do I really have to say it?
You really have to say it.
First score, field goal.
I think it's going to be a touchdown, which will be 6 points for me. And Gerald is right in line with you goons with a field goal. And remember, this particular choice, it's whatever we pick, that's the value of the points that we get. Moving on, the final score. It says last score, but we need final. John, what do you believe the final score will be? The last
score will be a touchdown.
All right, Mr. Fancher, you're
hey, how about this? Field goal.
Field goal it is. And unfortunately, I'm with you on that. Field goal. Gerald believes it will be a touchdown. Now comes the good stuff. Now comes the reach up into thin air and pull numbers out of your behind. Rushing and passing yards. We'll start with passing yards.
Passing yards, huh?
Yeah. Now this is going to be worth 5 points if you're within 25 yards. Either way. John, what's your passing yard prediction?
I'm going to go with 460.
You did that for your running yards.
No, I did that for my passing yards.
All
have that turned around.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't expect there to be 460 yards rushing.
Okay. Bill, what's your pick for passing yards?
Passing yards are going to be kind of low because my rushing yards are higher. Passing yards 339, rushing $198.
Well, we weren't doing rushing yet, but okay. John, what's your running yards?
My rushing yards are 370.
That's right.
Holy crap, Amoni.
All right. I've got passing yards at 501.
Whoa.
And the rushing yards at 230. Gerald has 407 passing yards and 167 rushing yards. By the way, his numbers just went right in the middle of the two records, high and low. For the Super Bowl. MVP. Now, anybody on the active roster today is eligible. This is for 10 points, kids and kittens. You either get it right or you don't. John, who is your MVP pick?
Have to go with my homie,
Patrick Mahomes. Bill, your pick?
Mahomes.
As for me, I'm going with my auto, Travis Kelce.
My auto. I was waiting for somebody to say it.
Because no matter how this game works out, ain't nobody going to have a better day than Travis.
And, he got the truth.
And Gerald likes Christian McCaffrey. And now for the most important.
That's not an out of the way choice there.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Now, finally, the most important pick of all. How many Taylor Swift sightings will there be? This is limited to the in-game broadcast, live images only, no still photos, no promo photos, and it's worth a whopping 1 point. Mr. Shannon, how many times do you believe CBS will show Taylor?
Close on or close off? I'm going to go high here with 5.
All right. Mr. Fancher.
I'm going to go with Trace.
3 it is. I'm going with 2. I think they're going to be, calm about this. And Gerald agrees with me, which is scary in its own right. He's going for 2. So remember, this is in-game only. This from the start of the game to the end of the game and everything in between.
Really, to tell you the truth, what it's going to depend on is how badly the Chiefs, how badly the Chiefs are blowing the Niners out. So.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of John and Ed and everybody else against the spread. Now, it's the Super Bowl. Everybody's making bets on the Super Bowl. There's plenty of places to go. You've got online. It's being played in the gambling capital of the world, Lost Wages, Nevada. And while we're happy to provide our insight into different parts of the game, et cetera, when it comes to using our information and what we say and what we spout to bet real money on the game, John, what is it we always say?
If I can't use my money to bet on this game, neither can you.
If I can't use my money to bet on this game, neither can you. And that's going to do it for John and everybody else for the spread for this week, for this season. We'll be back next week with a trophy presentation. The judges will look over everything during the week. And
that's what I'm afraid of.
That is, well,
no kidding.
As well, you should be. Now, I just want a couple of things, because we're talking about all these prop bets and all that. Just to give you an idea, okay? I did a little research. Most points in a game is 75. That was Super Bowl 29, Niners San Diego. Fewest points in a game, it was 16. New England LA Rams, Super Bowl LIII. 53. Most touchdowns in a game. What do you think the record for most touchdowns in a Super Bowl, boys?
It's either Dallas or San Francisco.
I mean,
I think it's New England. I'm going to go with 8.
For both teams. 8?
For both teams?
For both teams.
10.
And it is. Ding, ding. Oh, you get that if I can find it. You win. It's 10. San Francisco versus San Diego, Super Bowl 29. San Francisco had 7 touchdowns. San Diego had 3. What do you
that? 55-10 game, I think it was, or something like that.
Something like that. I believe that was in South Florida, I think. Anyway, fewest touchdowns in a game. Both teams combined.
0.
No. 1 it is. Now, ding, ding, ding for Bill. That was that New England LA Rams.
Yeah, I was going to say that one, you already gave it away.
Yeah. Now, what do you think the record is for the most made field goals in a Super Bowl?
Ooh. For both teams.
For both teams.
6.
Close.
7.
5.
Okay.
Fewest field goals.
0.
How many times do you think it happened?
4.
Twice.
Okay.
Miami versus Washington in Super Bowl 7.
You mean Garo, your premiums? I throw a touchdown?
Touchdown. And in Super Bowl 9, Pittsburgh versus those there Vikings. Skull.
16-6.
Did the Vikings win that game? Of course not. They've never won the Super Bowl. What's the record?
Shut the hell up.
Record for the most rushing yards, both teams.
Both teams. Well, it's probably the Dolphins against the Vikings. Who the hell knows? 315.
Ooh, 377. Washington.
Wow.
Versus Denver, Super Bowl 22. Washington had 280. Denver had 97. Fewest rushing yards, both teams.
Well, now that would be the Vikings for sure.
It is not, sir.
Really? I think the Vikings only had like 42 yards the one year.
What do you think the number is?
98.
Close. You'd have scored points. 91.
Wow.
That was Arizona versus Pittsburgh. Super Bowl 43. Arizona had 33 yards. Pittsburgh 58. Most yards passing. If you get within 25 of this, by both teams.
563.
John, you want to take a crack at it? Or you just want to have some crack?
Yeah, I just want to have some crack.
That's how you do a pun, my friend.
And he didn't stay there long enough to hear my response.
No, because I'm having issues. Hold on. Go ahead, John. Take your shot. What do you think the most yards passing is?
By the way, I want to tell you how much I appreciate you sending me everything you've sent me over time. I'm going to send you something back.
All right. Can we continue on?
A sledgehammer for that computer you're using at this particular moment.
All right.
All right. So, yeah.
You want to do puns? We'll do puns. Now, for the fourth time.
Thank you.
What do you think the number is?
What? Passing yards?
Most passing yards in a game, both teams.
Oh, I don't know. 600.
874.
Damn.
That would have been New England versus Philadelphia, Super Bowl 52. Philly had 374. New England had an even 500.
Did they run the ball at all in that game?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I don't have that in front of me. Now, what's the fewest yards passing?
275.
John?
290.
Nope. 156.
I was going to say like 190, but I thought, nah.
This was that Miami versus Washington.
The 14 Garo Yepremian. I throw a touchdown.
All 7. Miami had 69 passing yards, and Washington had 87. And there's your.
It was such an impressive game.
All right. Now I want to.
Hold on, John. That was the first Super Bowl I watched, and I watched all the way through that I had any interest in. And I wasn't even a Dolphins fan yet.
Oh no!
Oh, you know we didn't do this week, and we almost got through the week without it. That's for being jerks to me all through the segment.
It was worth it. It was worth every bloody second.
Pobrecito.
Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, before I forget, before I get interrupted again, this coming Saturday is our final Hot Stove baseball presentation, Saturday, February 17th. This is a true doubleheader from 4th of July, 1972. The New York Mets visited the San Diego Padres. First game starts at 1 p.m. Second game starts at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. In between games, there are bits and songs, baseball related, and of course, throughout the whole thing, you do hear at the beginning of both games, you hear the dulcet tones of one John Jessica Shannon. So join us for our final broadcast of classic baseball before real baseball starts again.
Pitchers and catchers report on Thursday.
That's right.
Looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. Oh, hey, by the way, well, before we forget too much about football, I offered one other prop bet, but Mr. Grinch over there.
Here it comes.
Yeah, Mr. Grinch. Mr. Grinch pissed on it, so we'll.
What else is new?
Yeah, exactly.
First, explain the prop bet, John, and then I will explain to you why I, as you put it, PP'd on it.
So I thought with all the to-do this year about Rob Gronkowski's kick of destiny, is that what he was calling it?
Kick of destiny, yes, sir.
I said, what the hell? Let's make a bet on that and see if one of us gets it right. And I thought we'd make it worth something even. But that all got pissed on. I'll put it out there. I think without even knowing how far of a field goal this is, how long of a field goal this is.
I think it's 30 yards.
That all?
Yeah.
Hell, set me up there. I'll hit it.
Yeah, right.
Bill, what do you think? You think he'll make it or not?
Hell no.
And
I don't think.
All right, John.
His coach died.
That's what I was getting at. What with the passing of Carl Weathers? I think they're going to change this format up. First off, This has already been done. It's already been decided. It's, blah, blah, blah. It's not something we really want to. Look, it's fun to say, I think I'll make it. It's whatever the commercial is, whatever they want it to be. It's already in the can. So that's why they're not doing it at the stadium. And they're going to do it out in the desert somewhere like they did last year. But again, I think with Carl Weathers passing, that's going to change the whole thing around. And we used to, as I was telling John the other day, we used to do a thing with the Bud Bowl years ago. We would have a regular pool, $100 pool for the game. And then when the Bud Bowl got popular every year, we just did a goofball like 50 cents a box. You bought 10 boxes at a time. Just for the goofball. I mean, because it was already predetermined, but it was just for laughs. I just didn't think. Look, we got our Taylor sightings. That's our fun prop bet. That's our goofball one.
Well, if I were to believe your theory on this, as far about being predetermined and everything, I think that it only makes sense that he makes the kick. I don't care how many takes they have to make. He will make the kick.
They rewrote it after Carl Weathers died, so if he missed it, they rewrote it for him.
And again, exactly, it's predetermined. It'd be interesting if it was a goofball thing that they're doing at the stadium at halftime, live in front of the crowd. Then that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different. But again, they're going to do it out in the middle of the desert like they did last year, and again, we have our fun prop bet. We have our Taylor sightings. That's I think we're good with that.
By the way, just so you know,
yes,
we all know as either casual observers or longtime fans, we all know that professional wrestling is predetermined, right?
Shocking.
No.
You say
what?
Do you know that they allow for gambling on wrestling in England?
Oh God!
You can gamble on anything if you find the right person to take the bet.
This is true.
You can watch somebody do a swan dive off a building on the 5 o'clock news and get killed when he hits the ground, and somebody will bet you that it won't happen again on the 6 o'clock news, because who would do it twice?
Yeah, who would do it twice?
Well, that's where you bet on how big of a splash or splat mark he'll make on the pavement.
John Shannon has never met a punchline that he didn't feel he could come in and just destroy.
Kind of throw it in there somehow.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. John, just let somebody else get the punchline in, okay? And believe me, from a man,
or just leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Yeah. Your tortured puns today, really. That's Geneva Convention.
I'll give Ed this. You were bad today, dog. They were bad.
You're going to find yourself in the Hague up on war crimes.
Well, fortunately, I have two cheeks, and both of you are entitled to one.
Yeah, but then
and
you
I'm
need
not
OSHA
talking
regulations. Then you need OSHA regulations. You got to put handrails up and everything else. And
there you go. Hey, what must be done must be done.
This has been a day that, although I truly hope to forget. I will be.
Oh, no kidding.
This is. Oh, by the way, I want to speak of. I haven't seen any of the new ads or anything, but one that I'm interested in, and though is. Have you heard about what DoorDash is doing?
Yes.
Win every product that's being advertised, every house, every car, every bag.
So if they showed Taylor Swift at halftime, you win her too?
That sounds like a bargain to me. If all I got to do is send in a couple of box tops, I'm in, baby. By the way, did you guys ever send in box tops?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I'm sure I did.
Yeah, I did.
I remember sending in the Bazooka Joe wrappers.
Yeah, I sent in the Frosted Flake ones, and I got the Tony the Tiger bike horn. And we didn't have a bike, but I got the bike horn.
Which probably made it more annoying.
Well, that's
because you blew the god
running up and down the street
around
going,
the highway.
Look at me. Well, boys.
Dead air. Dead air.
Man,
oh
I'm
no.
telling you. Somebody should have hit the gong just for the hell of it.
Jeez, you guys are sad.
What are we doing? About a minute here? Oh God, we got more than that.
You got to keep in mind.
We got 4 minutes to fill here.
Yeah. When I'm looking up at you guys, I see frozen images, except for myself. I look down and I'm looking at my phone, and everything is fine, except it's about a half minute behind. I don't have the volume up on the phone. I'm listening to you guys all the time, but it's so
you've gotten no messages on the phone today or anything?
There are messages. I just haven't looked at them.
Oh, okay. Well, Well, then what was the point in having the phone lines up?
There was a voicemail from the 9440 642. John, is that you? 642
No.
No. Who is it, Bill? It was a 10.
I don't know.
Yeah, whoever it was left a voice message on my personal phone.
Yeah, well, there's a voicemail
on your personal phone. How'd it get on there?
Don't ask me.
Anyway, you might have the Google Voice voicemail there, John, because you have the Radio TFI phone, I believe. But anyway, so here we are. We're screeching to the end. We are so close here right now. And
Ed, you want to yawn one more time for us?
No, I think I'm good. I think I can make it the next minute.
Okay, I think I get to the next 2 minutes.
By the way, what time is kickoff today?
It's always
5:30.
It's always 6:38 p.m. on the East Coast.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I wasn't 100% sure too. I wasn't.
I get to watch it before you guys do.
That's right, you do. And the people out in California watch it before you do.
They've already watched. Exactly. The game's already over in California.
I have had a full and taxing day here, kids and kittens. The good news is that I don't think I'll have to put up with these goons post-show.
Hey, hallelujah.
And the crowd goes wild.
Oh, and the crowd goes wild. Absolutely. All right. As everybody in our audience is saying right now, thank God it's over. It is indeed over. We'll talk to you next week. For Ed, for Bill, I'm John, and I still got the money. Cleo!
Radio TFI.